Hello, fellow starseed. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I was guided to come on and speak because it's very, very important. So, we're pretty much out of time, and we need to be ready. We need to be prepared for a very big change that is occurring inside of us and outside of us. Everyone's heard of this new earth, everyone's heard of the golden age, the age of Aquarius, and it's being birthed through us. It's being birthed through as many of us that are able. If as long as you have a soul, you're part of this. As long as you're on earth, you're part of this. You came here for this. So, for the last 12 years, I've been channeling. I've had this gift of being able to hear and feel an incredible amount of emotion. Like I could feel the different beings that come to me. Now I don't even I usually don't even have to ask who it is. Like a lot of them came to me so many times that I recognize their energy signature. Like, like my mother for instance, after she passed away, immediately after she passed, she gave me her energy signature and I know when she's around. I know when she's near me. Um so through this spiritual journey, I had to unlock that. I had to be open to it. I had to do the work. I had to be determined. I was personally determined to heal. So a lot of us, all of us, everyone that you see that you see on the street, 99% of people have trauma, have energy blockages. And this is what keeps you. This is what keeps you asleep. These traumas, these blockages, the programming, the limiting beliefs, you not being able to separate from your past self. This reality is like a movie. Every single second, millisecond is like a frame, and every single second you have a choice to make. When I was in Egypt, I channeled Sekhmet, and she said, she spoke through me to the group, and she said, "We all have a choice now. You have a choice to make, love over fear." And there's so many aspects to that statement because you have to choose the love over fear in every single frame, every single millisecond. So we have been creating, and your emotion is your superpower. So every single second, your vibration, your frequency is determining your reality, what you're attracting, what you're repelling. And most of us, most of the people that you see are continuously creating the same thing over and over, these cycles. And everything, it feels mundane. If everything feels mundane to you, if you're being cold because you know that there's more to life, you know that there's something different. That's spirit tugging at you. That's your intuition. Those are your angels and guides saying, "Hey, there's more. There's so much more to life." And I had a tremendous amount of anxiety, and that's what led me to go on to YouTube and just look through stuff. And I came across automatic writing and Reiki healing. I called bullshit on Reiki healing and I went around the block. Ironically, there's a healing center right around the block from me. And I went there and I took a Reiki class. And to my surprise, I felt my hands literally heat up and help this girl heal of her bronchitis. And we all practice on each other. It's not anything unique just to me. This is something we all have. We all have telepathy. That's the main communication choice of the cosmos because you lose a lot of energy when you're speaking through your mouth. So it's not necessary. Speaking is not necessary. This is not what extraterrestrials do. They all communicate through telepathy. That's normal for you. That's normal. Speaking through the mouth is not normal. You are a telepathic being among many other abilities that you have. So anyway, my point of mentioning that, so the automatic writing is a way to speak to spirit. It's the easiest way for me personally. When I first started, right? So I took a class on it, and basically, you are allowing your body, you are allowing spirit to take over. You trust. You got to have faith and you have to trust. You have to be willing. to give up control. Give up the ego, give up control. That's the main thing. And as soon as you do, as soon as you put in that intention, remember your intention is as strong as gravity. As soon as you have that intention to let go and just allow your hand to write, spirit will take your hand and you can channel anyone you want. Your past loved ones, your ancestors, your star family, Pleiadians, Arcturians, Lyrans, whoever it may be, fairies, dragons. Dragons are actually real. They're seventh and eighth dimensional beings. I've seen them in a meditation in Egypt, and that's why all these mythical creatures are so prevalent. They're not just mythical creatures, they are actual creatures, but they're on another plane of existence. They're in a higher dimension. You can't physically see them, but you can feel them. But you're vibrating higher now more than ever. This 3-1 Atlas that's coming through, it's literally giving you codes. It's literally helping activate your DNA and awaken you. But we have to do the work. You're being called now more than ever because you know on a soul level that there's more to you. Not just this life, but more to you. And I honestly thought I knew everything that I needed to know. I thought that I knew everything. After 12 years of channeling, every day, them telling me what's going on in the world, the Galactic Federation, my own personal guides and angels, training me how to meditate, how to let go of the past because it truly doesn't exist, to be in the present moment, because teaching me how affirmations are so powerful to reprogram your mind. I repeat positive things to me every day, to myself every single day, because I'm trying so hard to heal because I want to help others. But you have to help yourself first. You have to heal yourself first. You have to let go of the trauma and the baggage because you most likely have energetic blocks. You most likely have trauma from past lives or wherever, maybe this life as well. We came to this life, and if you're an old soul, you probably had a tough life. There's a very good chance because the oldest souls choose a difficult life. They choose to have the traumatic experience because they're strong enough to handle it. But we all have trauma because we take life too seriously. A life that is meant to be a game. Everything outside of you, it's not as real as you think. This is a hologram. A long, long time ago, Jesus knew that it was a hologram. They were not miracles. He just understood this reality and what he was capable of. He knew that what was within him was stronger than anything outside of him. Your 5 senses are only 1% of reality. The other 9% is unseen. That's your power. You are superhuman. You are capable of these miracles. Don't forget all these validations that you've come across. These stories of these women that lifted cars off of their children. This is on a quantum level. On a quantum level, anything is possible. You can quantum leap. You can collapse time. But you have to understand that the present moment is all there is. There is no future and there's no past. There's no time. In heaven, there's no time. And the veil is thinner than it ever was. So, when I went to Egypt, the reason why I'm saying this right now is because of the urgency, the call from Spirit for us to step into our power. The collective needs you. It needs you to shine brighter, and you can't shine as bright as you possibly can with the baggage, with the trauma. You could actually feel the weight, how much it's holding you down when you start doing the work. I thought I was good. I kept telling God, I'm ready. I'm ready. Let me let me be me. Please, let me be me. But I was far from ready, and I didn't realize it. After 12 years of channeling, meditating, doing the work, doing the automatic writing, doing the Reiki, seeking anything I possibly could to heal and better myself and spiritually evolve, I was so far away. So I went to Egypt to meet this shaman, Sophialush. She has a YouTube channel. And I followed her for a year, and I felt everything. I sensitized myself. After years of meditating, I sensitized myself. And I felt her. I felt everything she was putting out. She's a real, true shaman. She is one of the greatest that God has. And I know this because God has told me. It's very obvious as well. She's an extremely powerful being, and she has released her trauma, which I will not repeat. But if you follow her, she'll tell you herself. She's been through hell. We all have. You don't come down to this 3D reality without some scars. Anyway, she healed my throat, so I'm able to speak more freely to you, to my family, to my friends. I had a blockage in my throat, and she went into my Akash and she told me that I was hung for speaking my truth in more than one past life. I was also killed in battle by throat, and it created a massive blockage in my throat. And many of us, she says most of the clearings that she does is a blockage in the throat because your expression from your mouth is extremely powerful. All of creation started with sound. Your word can change reality entirely, your entire world. That's why we affirm. That's why we try to affirm to reprogram the mind, because we were programmed to just be asleep. Everything is against you. They pollute the air, they pollute the water, they pollute your food. Why do you think they do this? Because your third eye is the key. And raising your kundalini to the third eye activates the pineal gland so it could secrete the DMT, the God particle, to connect you with all of existence. You're in the Truman Show. You're shut off from the cosmos. I was connected. I opened up the connection in a way to communicate, but I was far from healed. So after Egypt, that was the beginning of my real healing, not the 12 years of meditating. I had to put myself out there. I had to grow the courage out of that anxiety that I was in, that tremendous anxiety, that hermit mode. And I believe everything happens for a reason, but I ended up in Egypt. She healed my throat, and then she created a master class on her website after Egypt. This master class is 3 videos, and each video is an hour long. What she does is she channels God, the highest frequencies available. She calls in your guides and angels. She works with them directly. And what she channels are these beautiful sounds that you can feel if you sensitize yourself. You're not hearing a person. Your ego might be, oh my God, this sounds weird, like this light language. That sounds weird. But you're not listening to a person. You're listening to the frequency. You're listening to healing. You're listening to light codes. You're listening to DNA activations. You're listening. If you watch these videos, you may very well possibly have visions, very powerful visions that are personal to you. It's a very, very deep healing. The first video is past regression, healing from the past, releasing your trauma. The second one, I think, was a soul retrieval, which I already did in Egypt. I literally felt pieces of my soul hit me in the chest, physically, come back to me. And that was because of Sophia and her chants and her meditations across from the Sphinx. So, the third one is the kundalini activation. The kundalini, that is the freaking goal, and I didn't understand it. After 12 years of this spiritual journey, I didn't get it. I couldn't grasp it. I heard about this kundalini and it just went in one ear and out the other. But I do believe in divine timing. You know, you can't regret anything, but it's a loop. It's a fluid that comes up your spine, your meridian, and once it reaches it'll burn through all your traumas. But you want to release the traumas first, or you will not have a pleasant kundalini awakening. So that's why she channeled spirit to put this together in such a perfect way, in these perfect synchronicity of these 3 videos in a row. I couldn't watch the second video for until I think 8 hours later. I had to acclimate. You feel a head rush. You feel the pressure on your third eye. So I had to wait to take the second one, and I couldn't watch the Kundalini one until the next day. I finished this right before the 12/12 portal, and my Kundalini was still rising. After she healed my throat, it started going up, and I watched her third Kundalini one again today. I was guided to watch it again tonight and I actually got a little bit out that I didn't grasp the first time, which was beautiful, and I actually felt where it was. I felt it back here, and now it's almost to my third eye. And as our DNA is being activated as well, it's all this this beautiful coming together. Not just me, but all of us. All these solar flares, all this coming from the sun, it's changing you. It's making you more curious. It's helping your intuition. It's all guiding you within. All of your power comes within. The central sun is within you. Heaven is within you. But also, every single second, you're a new person. So you enter that moment as a baby. You completely exclude your past completely. You exclude you. You exclude this identity. And you just be in that moment, in that second. Whatever you vibrate is who you are. You just adopt the abundance, you adopt the freedom, you adopt the heaven within you in that moment, every moment, and you recreate everything. But we can't grasp that concept until we heal, because we're so heavy. You're carrying this trauma, you're carrying it with you, and it's weighing you down. As the frequency rises of this planet, it's going to be forced out of you. You're going to be pushed to heal. You're going to be pushed. God is forcing you inside to release what you need to release, to rise higher, to be happier, to be healed. So the reason why I am saying this is because this masterclass that she created is the most powerful medicine that God has. And I believe that very much. She is a gift to this world. I love her dearly. I trust her with my life. And the price is $789 for the masterclass. And to be perfectly honest with you, that's nothing compared to what it is. Nothing. Nothing compared to what it actually is and does for you. It will change you for the rest of your life. It will literally change you for the rest of your life. It changed me. So last night, it was weird because like you watch these Kundalini videos and you see these people like moving in weird ways or whatever. Like all last night, I just allowed, as I felt the Kundalini rising, and my whole body was just twitching randomly, like random twitches. My arm would shoot up, and it was really cool. And I just allowed it to happen. I was so happy that it was happening because I knew what it was from watching these other people go through their Kundalini wave. Your body will move and shake. It's almost like it's getting everything out of you. You know, like a bird shakes. That was the vision that I got. Like when a bird shakes after an altercation, it's shaking off that energy. That's what it felt like. It felt like as the Kundalini was rising, your body is twitching and getting it out of you, and just it's really incredible. And I did not understand it, and now all that I've learned, all that time, all the things that I've heard 1,000 times, it clicks. You can understand it and integrate it on a much, much deeper level. You feel it on a much, much deeper level because you've let go. Because you let go, it's almost like there's a veil over you. When you have these blockages and this trauma, you just can't see the light. I thought I did. I honestly thought that I did. After all this time, after all that meditating, after all the spiritual work that I've done in solitude and speaking to fairies and like the Galactic Federation and all these beings. I thought I knew it all. To be perfectly honest, I thought I knew everything. I thought I had everything that I needed to know. I did know a lot, but I couldn't integrate it on a deep level until I had the kundalini awakening. So, I felt guided to come on here and tell whoever is willing to listen, whoever is guided to listen, that this is it. We have to do the work. God needs you to shine brighter than ever before, especially now. The planet feels you. I printed out a declassified CIA document that states that every single individual, every single person, you, can be felt on the other side of the planet. And then our star families say you could be felt much, much farther than that. You are capable of miracles. The same miracles that are in the history books. Jesus was not the only one. He taught everybody. He taught everyone he possibly could. Anybody that could listen. And who didn't, that's fine. He planted the seeds, but he taught many people, mostly women. A lot of women. And they were taken out of the Bible. They were taken out of history. They are the sisterhood of the rose, the sisterhood of Christ. Women are naturally more sensitive. They're naturally more in tune. They birth. They give life. They create life. They are naturally more connected. And now the feminine is rising and being healed. I am healed literally by the feminine, by the sisterhood of the rose and Sophialush. I feel that I am much more balanced. And I took pride in not having an ego. I took pride in letting go of my ego completely. But only now do I realize how lost I really was. Now I am much more balanced, feminine and masculine. And it's very, very beautiful. I have the utmost respect and love for Sophia, for what she does. She's going through a hard time right now, so trust me, you are helping her just as much as she's helping you. God bless you.